And what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Celluloid Psychosis. I am your host, TJ Bowser, and joining me, as always, is the very handsome, the very British, the king of Salisbury himself, Mr. Paul Ashford. What's up, buddy?
Hey man, I am good. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good. Yeah, man, it's been another good week as always for me. Uh, Working hard, watching bits and bobs. Nothing incredibly special, but no, it's been an alright week for me. I did have some physical media drop through the letterbox just today. That was an old VHS X rental big box copy of Critters 4. Nice tatty old box. I got it super cheap. I was the only person that bid on it, so I picked it up for I think it's about £4, if not less than that. So one I cherished back in the day, and I shamelessly, probably what a lot of people did way back in the day when DVD came out. I offloaded all my VHS when I upgraded. So I kind of look back on some of the stuff now, thinking, oh, I should have kept it. So much better artwork than the DVD or the Blu-ray release on the UK Critters 4. So yeah, very happy to have that. Yeah, man. But how about your week?
Man, it's been flat out at work, as I always say. Just been
Mm-hmm.
moving and grooving, selling firearm and firearm accessories. Doing a lot of stuff with local government things and just kind of hanging out. I've been going on this 007 binge recently, as you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been throwing you some things. The other day, I watched Her Majesty's Secret Service, which I think might be one of the most underrated Bond films ever, and visually amazing. God damn, is it
Yeah,
amazing?
yeah. There's a big Bond link in today's film, right?
Is there?
Oh, come on. Oh, there certainly is.
And we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
get to
get
that.
to that. Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But my Arrow video copy of Spawn in UHD 4K came in today. I'm excited to pop that in tonight and watch that with my
I forgot that
eldest
even came
daughter.
out.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the big release from Arrow for at least October for me, and
Yep.
I had that pre-ordered, so it came
Nice.
in. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what I'm also excited about is this week's pick. It is my pick. After much deliberation at the end of last week's episode, I finally came to the conclusion that we will be watching and reviewing this week, right now, Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers, 1988. I like the first movie, but 2 and 3 hold a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I adore those movies. It is everything I love about slasher movies of the 80s, especially the late 80s. These two films are one and the same, but different in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy metal, gore, Pamela Springsteen, boobs galore. What else, Paul? We got the locations. They're
Yep.
right on point what we need them to be. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we'll kind of get into it, the nitty
Yeah,
gritty
yeah,
here
yeah.
on this film. It's badass. Paul, when was the first time you watched this?
Wow, the first time I watched this was a very long time ago. So it was on VHS. So in the UK, we called it Nightmare Vacation 2. And I knew nothing when I first saw it. I knew nothing of the first Nightmare Vacation, or that there was one after it, or anything like that. Well, I think they actually released two. Well, they released 2 and 3 back to back. That I now realise in the UK. But yeah, bizarrely, it was called Nightmare Vacation in the UK. And when I was a teenager, going through the video market stalls, I used to see the cover for it, and I used to see it a lot, but I never used to pick it up because I looked the cover art the UK had on Night Navigation 2. It was pretty well. It wasn't bad. It's Pamela sprinting in the middle of a chainsaw, and either side of her was Freddy and Jason. And I looked at it and I was like, that can't really have Freddy and Jason in it. That must be some cheap knockoff. So I just never picked it up for such a long time. And it was on some video label I'd never heard of, not like a premium label or anything like that. So I just thought it was some cheap knockoff. No, I didn't pick it up for quite some time, but eventually I must have got desperate and did pick it up. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's super cheesy.
Mhm.
Um, I knew nothing about the first film. It was the first out of all 3 that I'd ever seen, and I knew nothing of the first one, nothing of all the Old classicness of it. I didn't even know it was called Sleepaway Camp. It was just Nightmare Vacation, and it wasn't until years later when the DVD box set came out in the UK, and they renamed it Sleepaway Camp 1 to 3. And I got to watch Sleepaway Camp. I was like, "Oh, it's really cool. Yeah, really good film." Watched Sleepaway Camp 2, and I was like, "I've seen this before. What the heck?" And put two and two together and realized, researched it a little bit, and I was like, "Oh my god, Sleepaway Camp." So yeah, that was my first watch. So I really enjoyed it. Um, it was really good to rewatch it for this show. Uh, completely forgot about a lot of the nudity in it as well. That took me a bit by surprise. So normally I'd remember that back in the day, but yeah, there's more than what might have been cut. To be fair, it probably was cut in the UK. There's probably edits of some time. Definitely the gore.
Quite possible.
Yeah, we definitely would have lost some gore scenes for sure.
Even the versions we're watching for like Sleepaway Camp 2 and especially 3, so much stuff was cut out gore wise,
Right.
the
Yeah.
MPA.
Yeah.
So like we're not even seeing the real versions here. So
Mm-hmm.
granted,
Well.
the Scream Factory 4K discs for 2 and 3, fantastic presentations, loaded to the hilt with special features,
Yeah.
great scans, great copies. I got both of them, absolutely adore them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when the Blu-rays for 2 and 3 were very rare in the secondary market, going for astronomical numbers. So I never
Right.
thought I'd actually have the Blu-ray. So them coming out with the 4K re-release of 2 and 3 standalone, had to get them.
Nice.
It's a good reason to revisit films like this, and they've never
Yeah.
looked better. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
the scans are top notch, and I really think they highlight some of the really vibrant colors that are in this
Mm-hmm.
film, especially being primarily an outdoors set movie.
Yeah.
The first movie is like it takes place on the camp, but the third one's all in the woods, so it's
Mm-hmm.
really cool. Especially in the dark scenes in this film, primarily. Definitely benefits from the 4K treatment
Mm-hmm.
here. You can see
Yeah. Yeah.
everything nice, clear, crisp. Highly recommend picking up this if you have 4K capabilities.
Nice.
Uh yeah, I big fan of the first movie. Found
Mm-hmm.
immediately watched this one, and the third one kind of felt a little bit more of a connection to the second and third one.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the first one for what it is. It's tremendous. I think if I only watched it in VHS, I would appreciate it more because the modern scan kind of ruins the twist and everything when I first
Mm-hmm.
watched it. Because it's like, yeah, uh-huh. But anyway. Uh, yeah, so Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers from 1988, directed by
Mm-hmm.
Michael A. Simpson, written by Michael Hitchcock and Robert Hiltzik?
Hiltzik. So yeah,
Okay.
he was the guy that wrote the original, and
Okay.
apparently he sold off the
Right.
characters or the
Yeah.
licenses to the producer of this one. So
Okay.
he's credited as a writer, but it was him that created the Angela character. So yeah,
Fair
it's more
enough.
Michael Hitchcock that wrote it. Mm.
Pamela Springsteen as Angela, Bruce Springsteen's sister.
Yeah,
Renee Estevez as Molly. Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen's sister.
yeah.
She's fantastic in this movie. Tony
Mm-hmm.
Higgins as Sean, Valerie Hartman as Allie, Brian Patrick Clark, hubba as GC, super handsome. Walter Gotel as Uncle John, General Gogol. What the hell's that?
Yeah, that's the Bond link. So Walter
Oh,
Gotell played, I don't know how you pronounce it, General Gogol. He was one of the main baddies out of the James Bond films. He was in, he must have been in 4 or 5 Bond films. I think it was like
really?
I think it was like the Roger Moore era.
Oh,
So For Your Eyes Only, Moonraker, Octopussy. I think he was in those.
okay.
As soon as I saw him, I didn't know that at the time, but as soon as I rewatched it, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. Obviously, I looked him up a bit, and I was like, oh my god, it's him. So yeah, that's the James Bond link. But yeah, he's in several Bond films
The
from the
cast in this
80s.
movie, though, far exceeds that, loaded with not really recognizable faces, but
No.
memorable characters. And I think where this
Hmm.
movie really stands out is these characters all have a very distinct personality. In essentially, the theme of these movies, 2 and 3, is if you break the rules of camp, you die. And all
Yeah.
these characters, in various ways, break the rules of camp, or according to Angela's rules of camp, violate them, and that results in death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially these films. So the first film really leans heavy on the whole transgender thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's only mentioned here at a very excellently depicted campfire scene that
Campfire
kind of
scene, yeah.
recaps some of the events of the first film that kind of
Mm-hmm.
gives you some exposition of the universe that you're about to be plunged into.
Yeah.
I I enjoy that whole aspect. Very Friday the 13th, and you'll see lots of callbacks to other pop culture things, other horror films throughout this. The movie itself is very self-referential, especially
Yeah.
when it comes to the cast. Pamela Springsteen's character, uh, other characters from other TV show cameos is
Mm-hmm.
referenced. It's a very smart and witty script, and you can tell this writer really understood the assignment and kind of worked with his cast and kind of writing this, because the jokes are very, very well done and very competently shot of a film too. Paul and I mentioned just how good the movie looks, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a result of how competently they were shot so long ago.
Yeah.
For a little context here behind the scenes, they were only given $1 million to shoot 2 films, and they shot this film, waited 3 days, and then shot the third film. This film definitely takes place, like we said, more in the camp, and it's crowded as hell. Like every
Yeah.
scene, you see characters in the background doing stuff, and at the end, we'll get into that. Third movie, you see the same exact locations. They're just empty as fuck, and there's nothing in
Mm-hmm.
them. So completely different vibe. Uh, Paul, plot.
Sleepaway Camp 2 Unhappy Campers follows Angela Baker, a former camper turned counselor at Camp Rolling Hills. Having survived a traumatic past, Angela now enforces her own twisted moral code, punishing campers who misbehave or break camp rules, usually with brutal and creative murders. As campers party, gossip, and get into trouble, Angela's body count rises while she maintains an eerily cheerful demeanor. Her secret begins to unravel as others grow suspicious, leading to a bloody climax. The film blends dark humor, campy dialogue, and slasher gore, serving as both sequel and parody of 1980s horror tropes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So this movie has awesome kills, some of the best kills, in my
hmm
opinion, in the genre. Yeah, and they are a wide variety, huh?
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of deaths in this. A lot of deaths.
12 on screen, but there's implied to be a whole lot more.
Yep.
Paul, so you said earlier that all the characters are named after popular characters of the time. So as
Yep.
we go through
Popular
these,
actors. So
yeah.
yeah, there's the ones that really stick out for me are the two little Peep and Tom kids. You know, the two sort of younger
Mhm.
camp goers that are keep taking photos of the naked girls in the shower room and stuff.
Charlie and Emilio.
Yeah, obviously Charlie,
Sheen and Emilio
Sheen,
Estevez.
and Emilio Estevez. Funnily enough, their sister was in the movie,
Mhm.
Renee Estevez, so that's really cool. But yeah, pretty much there's Molly. Obviously, Molly is the final girl per se,
Mhm.
and that's Molly, named after Molly Ringwald.
Yep.
Ali is one of the girls, the one who has probably my favorite death scene in the whole movie, as named after Ali Sheedy. Um, TC, Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Uncle John, the camp owner, the old guy, John Hughes.
Thought so.
Yeah. Who else we got? There, you
There's
can
Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe. Yep. So there's a lot of the sort of Brat Pack from the 80s or
Brooke
characters that have been John
Shaw is
Hughes.
Brooke Shields.
I think so. Yep. Yep.
Jodie
Yep.
is Jodie Foster.
I don't know on that one. I don't know.
Those are the girls, the
Yeah.
twins.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Phoebe
because
is Phoebe from Gremlins. And
Demi, you got Demi and Leah. That's the two. Oh no, that's the two that dress up as Freddy and Jason, isn't it? Well, not
yes,
Freddy and Jason. Leatherface and Freddy.
yes.
So obviously Demi Moore and Leah Thompson. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of girls, or not of characters that are named after 80s
Sean.
actors / actresses. Sean Penn,
Mhm.
I would guess. Right? Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Phoebe is Phoebe Cates,
I thought so.
obviously. Yeah. So I like it. It's just a big in joke, which I think is really cool.
So the deaths, we get beaten and stabbed with a stick, burned to death. That's a pretty gnarly one. Battery acid to the face.
That's a gnarly one as well.
Yes.
I mean, the burn to death is barbecue to death, really, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that's the two party girl drunk chicks. The girls are always the
As
twins
they're
that are
out in the
fighting together.
Angela finds them in the woods,
Yeah,
smoking and
yeah,
drinking and singing
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
version of their song.
Singing.
Speaking of song, Paul, will you join me in song?
No, I won't.
The
No.
Camp Rolling Hill song. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Oh,
I'm a
I'm a
happy
happy
camper.
camper.
I
I
love the
love the
summer
summer
sun.
sun.
I love the
Love
trees
the
and
trees and the
forest. I'm
forest. I'm
always
always
having
having
fun.
fun.
Oh, I'm a
Oh, I'm a
happy
happy
camper. I
camper. I
love the
love
clear
the
blue
clear blue
sky.
sky.
And
And
with the
with the
grace of
grace of God,
God, I'll camp
I'll camp
until I
until I die.
yeah, so
I'll
what a
camp until I
memorable
die.
scene. I love that whole cafeteria set. Very, very cool.
Hmm.
I can't remember if we see it in the third film. I think we do briefly. Not as
Mm,
crowded, of course. I love the whole clearly like Angela is the like big person that's so the only kind of like person that's super excited to be here
yeah.
and is
Hmm.
that awkward person who's kind of like making it not as fun for everybody else and that kind
Uh-huh.
of results in the eventual clash of Angela and every single possible person. Well, not every
Yeah.
single possible person because it's like I said, it is implied that there's other people in the camp than just what
Yeah.
is seen here.
Hmm.
uh
Hmm.
yeah, so everyone except Molly, who Molly follows the rules until the very end,
Hmm.
don't follow the rules and do various things. Like we mentioned, the twins doing nasty stuff. Allie is just banging everybody, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she gets one of the grossest deaths. She literally gets drowned in an
My
outhouse.
favorite death. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, in the camp toilet.
I like
And
how she just has a giant stick and she's just like plunging her down.
yeah. And you get the leeches all over her face. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just so gross. Yeah, that's probably the most famous kill as well. The kill that probably most people remember from this film that who've seen it.
Mhm.
Although Sean's death is really cool. Sean is kind of like not the hero guy, but he's kind of like
He's
the
the nice
jockey, nice guy,
guy.
nice guy, jockey,
And
nice
he
guy.
has like the
Yeah.
most luscious like chest hair in the world.
Hmm.
He looks like a '60s actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
The way
yeah.
he's built and the way he looks. That's just the way
Hmm.
I think. Yeah, but yeah, he gets a gnarly death. Talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
full on.
one of the most impressive special effects in the movie,
Mhm.
really, because he's yeah, she's got him tied up, hasn't she? And
He's leaning over.
he's leaning over and arguing with the next thing. She just grabs a machete or a knife and whoom, head's gone straight on.
And
And
there's
it's
like
full on
a
camera
little
as well.
blood splatter on Molly, and she just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
wigs out.
yeah. And then obviously his head appears a little bit after that. Then he goes, "Hey, look,
Let's see what's on the TV.
look who's on TV," and it's like his head in the screen, which is really cool.
I wish people
Um,
could have saw Uncle John's death. I don't know if that
yeah,
was a deleted scene or not.
yeah, it's
Very
strange.
similar death in the movie Blood Rage,
All
where
right.
they cuts off a dude's hand when he
Yeah,
has the
yeah,
Coke
yeah,
can.
yeah,
He's reaching for the phone in this one. Yeah.
yeah. It's kind of. It's. I guess they've implied that he was trying to get help. He found out he was trying to get help.
Mhm.
But there's also another counselor with him, isn't there? Because there's
Yes,
him.
the his like assistant guy is literally
Yeah,
hanging on the coat rack.
yeah.
That's very Silent Night,
But,
Deadly Night.
it's kind of strange we didn't get their deaths on screen.
Budget
But,
restrictions.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's
Or,
kind of like what we mentioned earlier. So after
mhm,
Angela kills off the core group of kids, she returns to the camp and just murders every single person. And you
mhm.
really don't find that out till the third film when they talk about literally everybody died.
Yeah,
Uh, now, Paul has this theory that Molly's still alive,
yep.
even though I think the third movie says that nobody made it out.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, though, does it?
Because it has an ambiguous ending.
Yeah.
Does
I think that apparently I did read or I saw on the extras on the I think it was a Scream Factory documentary I watched. It's on YouTube
Mhm.
about the director because it's the same director 2 and 3,
Yeah.
and they took out a line from the third film that confirmed that Molly had died. So he wanted it
Oh,
to be like left open essentially. So
interesting.
I think she's still alive. And what's that? I know your favorite of the series was Return to Sleepaway Camp, and I don't
No.
think she's in
No,
that.
no, 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 no,
None
no,
of them are in that, are they?
no.
But I'd like to think she is still out there.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Just roaming the woods.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe she's
Mhm.
in Pamela. Yeah, I haven't watched the third one in forever. Well, probably the same. Last time I watched it would have been the same time I watched this one, which was probably back in the DVD days when I had the DVD box set. So yeah, I don't
Earlier,
remember.
you mentioned we get a little bit of homages to Freddy and Jason and even Leatherface in this movie.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
we got some kids that are trying to play pranks on Angela,
Hmm.
and one of them makes a Freddy glove. One
Hmm.
of them is making a mask like this one,
Exactly like that one. Yeah.
exactly like this one. This
Hmm.
one was made by my buddy Lance McKinney.
Nice.
Instagram masks by Lance. Premium
Hmm.
hockey masks made down there in Tennessee. This is if the color was on my camera right now. You can see that this is screen matched to
Hmm.
Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. But like I said the UK VHS cover actually had a real Freddy Krueger and a real Leatherface, or was it Jason?
Really?
Can't remember now. It was either side of Pamela, like the real ones. I don't know how they got away with it. So yeah, it made it look it looked cool, but also made it like hang about. They're not really in that movie.
Mhm.
You can tell because it looked cheap.
I mean,
Just the
the
artwork
kid's makeup was spot on. You couldn't tell the difference between him and Robert Englund once he put that stuff on his face.
Yeah. I think they deliberately did it like really hokey,
I
didn't they?
can't find my glove. Where is
Yeah.
my glove?
Yeah.
Angela just
Straight for
ah,
it.
ah, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Wonderful to kill. Wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
I love that she just beats people with giant sticks throughout the movie.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
whatever's closest nearby, I'm just gonna beat you with. I do love the buck knife kill. There's something about that that is just absolutely brutal when she stabs that girl coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Gnarly,
Yeah.
gnarly.
Yeah. There's a lot of kills in this film, to be fair.
Hmm.
Even the girl that gets kind of strangled with the razor wire. She's like,
Yeah.
You know what? You talk too much. And that's it. Yeah. A lot of brutal death. But I do love the whole vibe of this film 'cause it's so s- I won't say silly. It's so tongue in cheek, I guess. Tongue in
Yeah.
cheek because obviously Angela completely different to what she was in the first movie. She's a very, very happy, cheery,
Well, that's just
con
because of
constantly
years and years
smiling.
of rehabilitation, Paul.
Well,
She's much
yeah, and
better now.
yeah.
Clergymen signed off, doctors signed off.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. But she kind of does remind you of, like, if you got, like, that annoying coworker, the one who's
Mhm.
always super happy, like, or, like, when you can start an
Yeah.
early shift, and there was one person that's like, "Hey," and they're really like, She's like that, but throughout the entire film. And, you almost feel sorry for her because she's almost like she genuinely wants to have a real good time at the camp.
Mhm.
She wants it to be run perfectly, but no one else seems to
Damn
care as
kids.
much as she does. Yeah. Almost like, I would wanna say she's like, Pamela Voorhees, but a much younger, more hardcore
Mhm.
version, I guess. 'Cause Pamela Voorhees is kind of the same. Wanted to kill all the counselors because 'cause they're all having sex and stuff, so that's exactly what she's doing in this movie, Angela.
Very
Yeah.
true. Very
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
It's implied that we see Angela's boobs in the stack, correct?
In the stack.
Of pictures with the boys.
Oh, yeah, yeah, when she finds
Because a
Emilia
lot
and
of them are people with the shirts
the
up.
top's up, yeah, and there's one of Angela, like, about to take her top off in there. Yeah,
Because
you
the
thought
boys
she
even
thought
say, "Is Angela in there?" And they go, "Oh, no."
yeah, 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 and you thought
Yeah.
they would've got killed straight away, but she kinda leaves them, doesn't she? And
Mhm.
then they get killed later, but it's 'cause
Yeah.
they're, like, propped up against the window, like, in the that's when I forgot
And
the
that's how
girl's name.
that girl you really don't see much before that just
Yeah.
kind of, like, shows up and is like, "Oh my god." And that
It's almost
kinda is
like
like
they got her it's almost like they put her in that scene just to just to have that kill.
They
Of
did,
the
but it
death scenes for the
kind of
boys.
also implies that this is a character we haven't seen, that there's other people in the camp that are
Yeah.
stumbling upon this.
Mhm.
So that's how I like it shows you like there's a lot of deaths off screen because, like I
Yeah, yeah.
said, there's always people in the background that aren't the main characters. So
Mhm.
like Camp Rolling Hills is a sprawling large camp with big attendance. So whenever
Yeah.
we see them in the third film, they're trying to really rehabilitate the movie, like
Mhm.
well, not the movie, but the camp, the business, because everybody. It used to be a big business, and now it's
Yeah.
empty because of all this deaths a year ago. So
Mhm.
the small group we see in 3 is a result of that, and it's
Yeah,
emphasized
yeah.
by the pure emptiness of the movie, where this one's full and vibrant of just everyone's moving, doing shit.
Mhm.
Even like the cabin has like all their personal effects and shit.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, the two boys, Charlie and Emilio, isn't it? The two little peeping toms.
Mhm.
That was Charlie and Emilio right there. So they're younger than everyone else. They were kids. So I saw in the extras that they because they're kids, they weren't allowed death scenes in the film. They weren't allowed to
Ah,
film death scenes. So I think that's why they just showed him as dead. And
isn't
because obviously,
Sleepaway Camp 1 like all kid death scenes?
yeah, I don't know how they did that then. No idea, but that's what I heard in the extras. And also, one of the guys that has sex with Ali,
Mhm.
again, he was too young to be in a sex scene, so they actually got a body double.
Yeah, that's why they show him from the back the
Yeah, yeah,
entire
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think years later he said, "Oh, I wish I was old enough at the time." He would have enjoyed it. So yeah, they had ways of getting around certain whatever the laws were back then for
Yeah,
filming.
child
So
actors are a thing of the past, though. Thanks,
yeah,
Dan
yeah.
Schneider.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, so uh the third movie starts where this one ends off, like lets off. Essentially,
I
like we
haven't seen
said,
it.
Molly does the whole fake death thing where she smacks her head on a rock, wakes
Right,
back up, runs into the woods, and Angela already left the camp because she already said goodnight to the campers.
right.
And that's a good scene too. Good night, campers. Uh, finds that really annoying hitchhiker lady. And what does
This
she
is
say?
part 3.
I'm too dumb. What does she say? What is
You
the
you talking about part 3 now?
no, two, the
No.
trucker lady.
Oh, yeah, I can't
I'm
remember what
too
she says.
dumb to something and fat to
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Something like that, and yeah, the next thing, it's Angela driving the truck.
Yeah, because she reaches over and kills her.
Mhm, mhm.
Good shit. And then, of course, Angela picks up Molly, and then we get the Friday the 13th style freeze frame, and then the credits.
Yeah.
Uh, and then when we see Angela again, she's driving the truck, I think.
Mhm,
So,
mhm. Yeah, yeah,
because she steals that garbage truck and runs over that poor girl.
yeah.
But
Shame.
that's not until the third movie in a different episode. Yeah, Paul,
Mhm.
anything additional you want to say?
Uh, I would just say it's a really fun film.
It is very fun.
It's really fun. It's just so and completely, utterly different to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like you don't want to put it in the same universe as the first one, or that's probably not the right
It
word.
feels like an alternate universe sequel.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like it's like if everyone had gone a bit silly, this is how it would have been. So 2 and 3, so different to the first one.
It's like Evil Dead 2 compared to the
Yeah,
first.
oh, yeah, that's actually a good comparison. It's kind of like, yeah, it's over the top. It's like the first one, but completely over the top.
You
I mean,
got a
to be fair,
bigger budget. You got a little bit more
yeah.
competent filmmakers, but essentially the same concept.
So the first one was kind of unintentionally funny in
I
places.
believe, and it had like a micro budget, but like they used the
Really?
guy's inheritance to make it. So like,
Right.
yeah,
But there were scenes in the first one that are really funny, but they weren't meant to be funny, I don't think.
yes,
Yeah, like some of the one-liners from
because of the bad acting. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, some of the one-liners from it was that horrible girl that bullied Angela in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the one-liners she came out with, and obviously there's a scene from the first one that gets parodied online loads with when they're playing the baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Eat shit and die, Billy." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Eat
Eat
shit
shit
and
and
live."
live.
Yeah. And you're like, "What?" It's almost like, yeah, they saw the first one. It's like, hey, you know what? We could just make the second one just really, really funny,
Mm-hmm.
which is exactly what they did.
Like they leaned into the tongue-in-cheek,
Yeah, totally,
dark
totally.
humor, campy thing.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
guess
it's
maybe
smart.
by 1988, I guess there was a lot of slashes out. Maybe was that coming towards the end of the
Oh
slasher
yeah,
craze?
this is
Maybe.
definitely by the time where people are getting sick of it. So they had to
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
something to make it stand out. Especially these were direct to video, correct?
yeah. Oh, they definitely were in the UK.
Yeah.
100% in the UK. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure they would have been elsewhere. But what Friday the 13th film do we have in 1988? Part 6 was 86, wasn't it?
Part 7.
Was it been 7? So
Yeah.
even that was a bit tongue in cheek, wasn't it? That was part 7 was the boat one, right?
No, part 7's Carrie versus.
Oh yeah, the John Beekler one. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
New
yeah.
Blood.
New Blood, yeah.
That's
Okay.
87, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
possibly.
then
Maybe
part 8 is
88.
89.
Okay. So kind of looking in between
Uh
7
huh.
and 8. Kind of interesting to think what other slashery sort of films were out at the time. So Nightmare on Elm Street would have been part 4. 5 was
Yes.
89, I think. Yeah. Hmm. So yeah, it's more comedy and tongue in cheek than those movies. So I
Yeah.
guess they kind of wanted to approach it a bit differently.
I'd
But
say it's on par with like Nightmare on Elm Street tongue in cheek. Certain
yeah,
parts. Yeah.
yeah, I'd agree with
Especially
that.
once you get past the 4th movie and Freddy really leans into the comedy side of stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
not like the level Rachel Talley takes him in part 6, but like
No. But no, it's fun. It's just a fun, silly movie. There was a lot of nudity. I was taken aback by how much
lot.
it was. I don't know how I don't
The
remember that
white
from watching
t-shirt
it on
scene was
VHS.
hilarious though.
Oh,
Like,
what, in the swimming pool?
yeah,
Yes, that's when he's trying to get with
Molly.
is yeah, yeah, and then obviously the slutty girl was Ali, the slutty one, just kind of comes up behind him in a wet t-shirt. Yeah, but yeah, it's a fun little movie. No, I don't. The 4K hasn't made it to these shores. I don't think.
The hilarious bathroom sex scene where he's like licking her belly
Oh,
button. Nowhere near anything
no.
of
Uh huh.
importance. Uh, pretty funny stuff.
Uh
And
huh.
literally what stops them from getting chainsawed to death is they lock the door, which is the
Yeah.
funniest deterrent there is for it. She's just like, "Fuck, I can't get in." It's just so silly. Like
Mhm.
somebody was like, "That door's locked. She's screwed." So good, so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's scenes like that throughout the movie. Like I said, the dialogue's witty as hell, very smart.
Yeah.
Love these characters. Every single one of them is memorable. The
Yeah.
same can be said for the third film, and maybe one day we'll talk about this.
Yeah.
Paul, in how would you rate this film as a movie? Not amongst slasher movies, just as a movie itself.
Mm. So I wrote down 3 out of 5,
3 out of 5.
which
Okay,
sounds a little bit low.
but
I think the danger is people that have watched Sleepaway Camp.
yes,
So that's now regarded as like a cult classic, kind of shocker. So I wonder how many people watch that and goes, "Oh wow, there's 2 sequels. Let's watch those." And they put this on, they're like, "Whoa, what is this?" You know? I think maybe they might even rate it lower, but as a pure entertainment film, it's got easy 3 out of 5. Um,
I'm
yeah,
gonna give it a 3.5, just
three and
because.
a half. Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's got a lot of heart. This film, a
yes,
lot of heart, definitely.
you can tell they cared.
Yeah,
That's
they're almost the
yeah.
characters are almost a bit comic book character, like a bit cartoony, a
Mhm.
bit zany. We didn't really talk about TC too much, but he's just hilarious with his mullet. He's like the sort of silly
Oh, yeah, he has a lot of
camp
physical
leader.
comedy stuff too, like, he's
Yeah, yeah,
very
yeah,
emotive with his body.
yeah, yeah. He's cool. But yeah, I would say a very solid 3 out of 5. That does sound a bit low, but I'm gonna have to stick with it.
Fair enough, fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah,
Mhm.
3.5 for me, it's like I said, everything I said, it's just a damn good film.
Mhm.
Paul, next week, we're gonna be back with
Yes.
some physical media news as always,
Oh yeah.
And you already have your pick for our next movie. We're going Disney.
Mm.
I know, don't let that scare you away.
Hmm.
This is a rather new addition to the Disney Plus app, and it's something
Hmm.
Paul has been waiting for a while. And stuff that's been on my radar, and until now hasn't really been really watchable for me. Huh?
I only watched it for the first time last year.
Yeah.
I've heard about it, whispers and that about it, but yeah, I saw it
Excellent.
last year, fell in love with it, and now suddenly it's streaming for everyone for Halloween season.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the Halloween season, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yes. So thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Celluloid Psychosis. If you like this episode, want to listen to other podcasts just like this one, head on
Hmm.
over to projectlouder.net or anywhere else you consume audio only content. We're there. Apple, Amazon, Blueberry, Spotify, all that stuff, but that includes it's not limited to, all that things.
Hmm.
Paul, thank you for joining me, buddy. We will be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, with all of your physical media news. I am your host, TJ Bowser. That is Paul Ashford. He's handsome. He's British. Tally